This is the DJI Avata, the latest and greatest FPV drone from DJI. It's a Cinewhoop type drone. What's a Cinewhoop? Well, it's basically this. This is what makes it a Cinewhoop. These ducts will protect the drone from major crashes. This time DJI has done it right. This drone is actually durable. I have crashed it numerous times. About five times I have crashed it. One of those times was a major crash, like I was landing and something went wrong and it just went up into the air, crashed into a wall, smashed down on the pavement. It's all good. The only damage I got was this slight little crack around this duct part. This drone has seen some crashes and it still works perfectly fine. It flies and I'm actually really happy about it. The durability of this drone, it's very good in my experience at least. So as I said, it's a Cinewhoop. It's meant for flying mostly smoothly and close to things. This can be used to fly close to people, and it houses a 4K camera that can shoot up to 60 frames per second, and also you can do slow motion video with it in full HD. It can fly quite quickly. I have flown it at around 100 to 120 kilometers per hour. I was tracking this military drone for this one video shoot I was doing, and it did quite all right. That's amazing for this type of a Cinewhoop drone. The image quality of this drone is very decent. If we take a look at the size of this tiny camera, the dynamic range might not be the best, but the stabilization of this image is big improvement. If we take a look at the DJI FPV, the original one, the stabilization in this camera is way better in my opinion. Also, it gets better when you change the field of view. So if you are capturing in ultra wide field of view, the stabilization will be slightly weaker, at least from my experiences. And when you put it to linear, the dewarped mode or the wide mode, which like crops in slightly, I think that the stabilization in those modes work better because it has like more room to stabilize. Keep that in mind. Ultra wide looks really cool and wide, but wide and the dewarp normal mode will be more stable. And well, if you're using this to capture for a client, they will probably want those straight lines, not that curved world look. So linear mode would be the way to go. So the image quality is quite very good. I really enjoy the stabilization. Also, one thing I haven't seen a lot of people talk about is that if you capture in wide mode without the stabilization, you can actually run this footage through Gyro Flow. That will stabilize this drone like very smoothly, really close to real steady go, although not as close. Like real steady go still is a better stabilization way to do it. But if you want that very smooth, stable look, Gyro Flow will like do a very good job to get that look. If you want to use Gyro Flow, I would suggest you to use it only when you're capturing smooth, slow flying type close quarter shots, because if you're flying aggressively, the footage just looks wonky. And for those type of aggressiver flights, I would just use the built-in stabilization. You can control this drone in two ways. The motion controller, you point to the direction and you just accelerate with this trigger. It's an interesting way to fly, especially with the new goggles. You have that head tracking mode. You can actually achieve quite very interesting shots with this combo by just flying forwards and like looking the other way. This will make the drone fly backwards. That's an interesting application. I bet there are many more creative ways how you can like use these both things to get interesting shots. I use this one. This is a way more fun way to control. You can actually fly in manual mode, which is the most fun mode you can fly a drone. You need to release the springs on one of the controls here, and then you can use it as a manual mode FPV drone. And I gotta say, it controls really well. I really like how it flies. You can actually also do trippy freestyle stuff. I was actually quite surprised how much you can push this drone. You can even dive with it, at least for a while, and until it goes wild. When you know the limitations of this drone, the ducts, the weight, actually I don't think that the power is a limitation here, because it's powerful enough for Cinewhoop and actually a bit powerful enough for some crazy freestyle flying. If you want to know how to unleash the full potential of the DJI Avata, you can go check the link somewhere here. Go check that video. It will be very helpful. And then the thing that you're looking through, the goggles. These are the new goggles, and these are the old ones. Look, this is the difference. They're quite bigger. These ones I added the DJI adapter, so I can fly analog drones with this thing. And this is the new one. What I really enjoy about these goggles are that you can adjust the diopters. So if you have some eye problems, you can see the screen properly without the glasses, because, well, they won't fit here. This new screen of these goggles, I know, I really enjoy that it's in widescreen. This one was 4:3, but this thing is in widescreen, and I also have a feeling that it's slightly sharper. And also I like the new way of controlling the settings in here is also very like intuitive. You just swipe with this touchscreen, you select by tapping. And it's just a very well thought out way to use these goggles. What about the actual flight experience of this drone? Well, I have nothing bad to say about it. I've seen some people where they are flying up in the air and like doing some crazy maneuvers, and then they are complaining that the drone is acting up weird. Well, it's because this is a Cinewhoop. If you are doing some very crazy turns, because of the airflow, it can like do some weird moves if you're doing very aggressive turns. So I guess that's just the limitation of the design of the type of this drone, but I don't see that as a problem. The flight experience has always been very pleasant. I'm very surprised that it has survived all the crashes and it still works completely fine. This is a great drone. I really enjoy it. I am very happy that I have it. If you're planning on getting one, go check the link in the description. Hopefully you were able to enjoy this video. If you did, please hit that like button. That will help me to get this video to broader audiences. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.